This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome in, folks, to you know what it is. BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub. Bad Karma Wrestling, yes indeed. Ready to rock and roll live from the Illinois Media School. Exactly that right. It is your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestling show right here. I'm no gimmick Nick Johnston. To my right, tag team partner, Double D David Dykstra. How the hell are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. It's been too long.
I know.
Too long, sir.
Finally, not as busy. A little bit busy. Obviously, that's why we're doing it on a Thursday. Switching it up, doing it on a Thursday. But exactly right. Nothing has changed.
If AEW can switch up Collision, we can switch up Bad Karma Wrestling.
Exactly. We're not. I think we're not fighting the March Madness still. I don't know what they're switching up for.
They are fighting the March Madness.
Well, that's
Remember,
right.
Collision's on Saturday.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes the sense. Well, here we are talking some WWE, talking some AEW as Dynasty is getting ready to suit up. No Scotty, so might not have any Scotty's World, but that's okay. We got our best of the week as well and all that fun jazz in between. But we are on a road to WrestleMania. It might be a little bumpy, but yes, indeed, it is the road to WrestleMania. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and do this, yeah?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Alrighty, awesome possum. Let's go ahead and get into it. What was Monday night's Promo Mania? Got it. I'm stealing.
Hey, you can steal that all you want because it was horrid.
Exactly what is exactly right. Let's just kind of go through it. A lot of talking, a lot of setup, a lot of build for what we have here. Well, yeah, if they weren't saying the right words, they weren't definitely keeping you entertained and enthralled. But Punk and Roman had their spot. Oba and Lesnar had a spot. Cody and Randy, they're getting going. We also saw Liv and Stephanie Vaquer fighting over each other. We got the build-up for the IC ladder match and everything else in between. So you tell me, what storyline is enticing you the most? What had the best performance or best showing from Raw? What's the best thing that's going on right now?
I do like the Oba Lesnar thing.
Okay.
I truly do. I love that Lesnar's willing to finally job. I need a little bit more though. Them getting in between Oba, if those two are as big time as they are supposed to be, no one should be standing in their way.
Yeah.
Nobody should be in the middle of them. It should have been, you know what it should have been? And this is what I think it needs to come to. If this happens again on Monday night, which Lesnar's supposed to be there again on Monday night, and sure enough, Oba's going to be there, old school, locker emptying, guys coming out and holding them apart, because that, to me, is the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah, we can't have the no-name security guards from Seth
Rollins'
his wrestling school coming in to hold him back. We can't have, Jamie Noble and Dykstra holding, not you, but the other Kenny Dykstra, holding them back and trying, especially not pacemaker Triple H in the middle. Like, what are you gonna do, bud? Let's pull it back a little bit. Let's relax. Yeah. I can't wait to tell Steph what happened.
I was in the ring.
But, yeah, I can kind of see that where I don't hate where it's been at. I think it's, it's been good to have Oba go over, 1-2 times on him now, and then now there's kind of like a stalemate, essentially. But, yeah, you keep seeing the facials of Brock Lesnar. Again, we go back to him clocking him over, clotheslining him over the top rope 2 weeks ago. You see him get, really befuddled and just really enraged on the floor again, like, oh man, how can you get one over on me again? That's kind of how I was
the whole I can't believe he's not afraid of me kind of scenario.
You can kind of see that going.
Yeah.
So I think that's turning up. I've done not a full 180. I've kind of done a 90-degree turn on it to like, okay, I can understand that it's building up the way that it is, but I still don't believe Oba really needs the Brock Lesnar rub. That's just still me. I know.
To me, this is, if you want to make Oba that next dude, there's nobody else.
Yeah.
There truly is, as being the next quote-unquote beast, there's nobody else in WWE. Goldberg's retired.
WWE's fault for not building up another guy that's just the same as Brock Lesnar in this the last 25 some odd years?
Braun Strowman was the closest that ever got to it. I mean, he made
Now he's hosting a USA show. That show, it's good food over there.
I'll
eat
say
everything
this
off that
much:
menu.
he was on that trajectory until the moment he decided to kick Lesnar in the head,
Yeah.
and Lesnar hit him and dropped him.
Well, I'm now thinking about it too. Unfortunately, it probably could have been Bray / the Fiend.
Could have
been the next.
Could have been the
next
I was
tier of
seeing-
the beast. The person to beat to become the man type deal.
I saw Bray more in that Taker role.
Okay.
Bray was the guy that would bring the vibes, bring that aura of invincibility about him.
Okay. If we can, let's if you're good on that, we can
Yeah.
pan over to a world title that's going to be on the line. How are you feeling on Cody and Stephanie McMahon's segment on Raw this past week?
It was absolute trash.
Thank you.
Absolute.
That's your That's your headlining Hall of Famer, ladies and gentlemen.
Why? Why? No other reason than Randy Orton RKO'd her 15 years ago that she's coming out there. No. You want to make this real? You want to make this substantial? Bring out one of those legends that he took care of back in the day.
Yeah.
Bring out
Mick
Shawn.
Foley.
Sorry,
Mick Foley doesn't want. He's no connection right now.
Bring out Shawn.
Okay.
Here's where Triple H should have been.
That's true. Yes, that's
You
very
bring
true.
Triple H out instead
Talk
of
evolution
Stephanie.
with him.
Listen, you don't know who you're dealing with, Cody. I've seen this.
Yeah.
This is what it was bad.
Oh, that's a really good point.
And the smack made no sense whatsoever. Like, Cody, do it on SmackDown. By the way, the build up to Orton Rhodes, horrible.
Yeah.
Horribly done.
Yes.
Horribly done. And you'll find this funnier than that. I've actually enjoyed the build up to Roman and Punk more than I've enjoyed the build up to Cody and Randy.
Makes sense.
It's horribly done.
At least with Roman and Punk, they have the illusion of they truly hate each other. With this, I don't believe anything that Cody Rhodes says that comes out of his mouth. I truly don't. It's everything, and we'll get to another Cody story later on. It's just like you just say. I feel like you just say stuff to say stuff, and I don't know when you're gonna be. Yeah, exactly.
Corporate.
Yeah, it's very corporate of him. Exactly right.
He is the new John Cena.
And we can go even just step back and talk about their pull apart on Friday Night SmackDown. That's getting a little old with constantly like, oh my God, the 10-minute pull apart. The trying 5 different times to do so and they can't. It gets a little much just because they've done this over and over and over and over again, which is probably just in the past like couple months.
Yeah, it's
so
bad.
it gets egregious, and on top of that, to even go further on the SmackDown, and it had him again. How much goddamn Jelly Roll do we need? 5 segments of Jelly Roll, a Kid Wilson match, and he again is in basically the main event as he gets RKO'd in the ring. Like, is this not too much Jelly Roll? Too much jelly. Too much sushi roll. If we
what
were our
did
truth.
Danhausen call him?
I don't know.
Jimmy Jam.
Jimmy Jam.
Jimmy Jam. Too much Jimmy Jam.
Yeah, too much Jimmy Jam for sure. And at this point, I'd rather have more Danhausen. So give me more. Give me a whole half hour of Danhausen. I don't care. That'd be fantastic, actually. Punk and Roman also continued on. Punk power bombs Roman Reigns through the announce table.
That was a rough look. That was a rough look for Punk.
Again, just more and more showing his age.
Josh is back here. Needed help. Needed help.
It's a tough look. Again, when you're, the old, throwing the old around, the ageism, and then you can't lift them up.
And Michael Cole needs to stop. I've never seen this look in Punk's eyes. Stop. He's a maniac. Stop. The only thing that I truly did love about Punk in that whole scenario was after it was all said and done, he does his little cross-legged sit down and starts going, Roman Reigns. I was like, all right, Nice job.
You also had a fun social interaction. Fan up front was, talking and jeering him, and of course Punk was able to respond and get back. So I don't know if you saw that. That went a little viral.
I'll tell you the one that got me.
Go ahead.
It was on SmackDown. Sammy's Intercontinental title match, which we're going to get to here in a little bit.
Yeah.
He's coming to the ring, and somebody said something to him. A teenager said something to him, and he straight up flipped the kid off.
Oh, nice.
Straight up flipped the kid off. I was like, oh, Sammy.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody caught it, though.
There was also, of course, the Liv and Stephanie Vaquer pull apart. Or not pull apart, but the little back and forth that they had, interrupted by Roxanne Perez being back.
Give your point of view on that one.
Yeah, that was funny. Watching the cameraman get a little extra sneak peek, I don't know if the internet even caught that, but that was kind of funny.
Zoomed in on the glutes.
Yeah, zoomed in on the glutes, and then there's a side shot of that camera guy kind of just going like this, doing his camera guy stuff, and then you just see his eye go that way when it should be that way. So again, maybe take a double check over on the good old Netflix and rewatch that part.
Can we also save Stephanie Vaquer in that outfit? Yikes.
I'm not going to say anything because the fiance watches, so we're going to go ahead and continue on with that.
Wow.
Indeed. We'll get a mop bucket in between segments.
Yeah, I need a little napkin for the drool, too.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, so far shaping up for promo, or what was Promo Mania into the rest of them. Is there anything, again, obviously the reveal of the IC title, the ladder match that's going on, but there wasn't really too much.
IC title ladder match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's good. I like that too.
We'll get into the opponents later, but I love for the most part, I'd say they got 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
4 out of 5 I agree with. That
That's just like, that's more like most senses. 4 out of 4 out of 5.
Unless you're bringing back a day.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to be on that match.
That's true. There was one more, but I wanted to single it out.
Oh, jeez.
And that was, of course, the beginning of this storyline of Gunther versus Seth Franklin Rollins. I personally think it makes no sense to slam them together. Just so immediate and just without notice. So maybe you can change my mind to make it make sense. Also make an extra one. Will Gunther retire Seth Rollins? Because if you heard Michael Cole in that, he was teasing that. He was very much teasing the whole, is Gunther setting his sights on Seth Rollins' career next? Does this leave a very early retirement for Seth Rollins? Go ahead, let me give you your thoughts.
So here's what I think happened. Okay. I honestly, truly believe that they were going to possibly do Jericho Rollins at Mania.
Okay.
And for obvious reasons, if you didn't watch Dynamite last night, that kind of fell through. We'll get to that in a little bit.
I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot.
I think, once again, putting aside the lack of storyline, putting aside all that, I love the match.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a phenomenal match.
I'll agree with you. You needed a way to get Gunther on this card. This was a way to do it, but it also, again.
Here's what I want. Here's what I want from Gunther, though. I want him to come out and explain why he saved Paul Heyman.
Yeah, we're going to need that for sure. That's why I
don't need him to be a Heyman guy because he's a talker. He can talk.
Yeah.
I'll give him that. I need him to come out and do something like, I respect him in his thoughts and in his wrestling IQ so much, though, that, other people can't have his back, so I'm going to step in and have his back kind of thing.
Yeah, we're gonna need some sort of explanation. Hopefully it's a justifiable one. Again, this creative team has been hit and miss on some of those.
Once again, hire us.
Yeah, we're not too far away. Exactly, that was my other question. Again, Gunther becoming a Paul Heyman guy, is that something to really worry about or wonder? But yeah, again, hopefully he kind of explains himself, and hopefully it makes it make sense. Maybe too early, but Who's going over?
No flipping idea.
Is this also one of those where...
What are you doing? Are you once again? Are we crushing Gunther's momentum as a career killer, or are we crushing the return of Seth Rollins?
I think, yeah, that's true. If you go the route of let's put a pause on Gunther the career killer, you probably could do that for a little bit, and then you have him again, have an extended leave, come back, and make it, and then have that all resurge again. Time kind of corrects that in a certain way. And then the same deal. It's like you have Seth Rollins return for a big loss. Like that's not really the best way to go.
I think Seth could take the loss personally.
I think he can. I feel like this is always my cop out, but if Braun Breaker is good enough to come back and interfere, another masked man comes in and interferes and affects this one, but it's not 10 weeks after we just get an immediately Braun Breaker reveal. I think that could be the way that they do that.
I need a good spear.
Yeah. Whether it's DQ or, again, the masked man being Braun Breaker comes in, distracts Seth enough for Gunther to get the over, then that could be the route. But we'll get there when we get there. So far, like I said, Gunther, Rollins, still not making total sense to me, but we'll see how that goes. But into something that's been so much fun. Too many cooks, so many title changes right before Mania. I don't know. I barely knew who already had him beforehand. Now I know it. Now I barely know who has him now. So Sami Zayn, after, you know what? I'm good. I don't want to chase the world title anymore. Let me go ahead and just get the U.S. title. That's a good, nice compensation. So he gets the U.S. title. And then with the unintentional help of iShowSpeed, the Vision, the new tag team champions after that New York City street fight. I feel like even before that, there was another mini title change. I mean, if you go weeks back again, Dominic dropping it to Penta, but that was still kind of justifiable as far as how long you had storyline. Bringing Finn back, that kind of made the sense. Of course,
still could have brought Finn back better.
Of course, Cody having the world title, the Universal title, but that can of worms has already been dealt with. But what's our thoughts, questions, concerns on all these title changes so fast? Again, Sami Zayn, that one just made zero sense to me as well.
Okay, so probably more than anyone here, I am a Zayn-a-maniac.
Yeah.
He's probably one of my favorite wrestlers on the main roster right now. He's definitely top 5, maybe top 3. I think he's brilliant in what he does.
Might be one of the best sellers just in any company, anything in professional wrestling.
But that being said, it makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. I love you, Sammy. I truly do. And I get they want to hold off on the whole Carmelo Trick kind of get together, whatever it may be, feud. But damn, Carmelo's been having banger after banger after banger after banger of matches defending that title.
You could give him the, wrestling MVP for SmackDown or just WWE in general right now.
Past 2 months.
Yeah.
Past 2 months easily.
Yeah.
And to take it off of him so he doesn't have to face Trick Williams at Mania, stupid.
Damn.
Yeah. Stupid. The boys in the back said earlier, why not make it a triple threat match? I don't think it's going to be made a triple threat match. But if you made it a triple threat match with Carmelo, see, that's to me where it should have happened, where Trick interferes in that match, costs Sammy. He then complains to Nick Aldis. By the way, love you, Nick Aldis.
What do you know?
You should be having your WrestleMania moment this year.
Nah, fam. Sorry.
But anyway, he creates the triple threat match, and like the boys in the back said, you have Trick win the title, but not beat Carmelo. You have him beat Sammy instead. That would have been beautiful, and then it leads to a Carmelo and Trick Williams feud.
Yeah,
which I'm totally fine with.
Because as of right now, I just read per Fightful. As of right now, no plans for Carmelo to be at WrestleMania.
Hey, here's a thought. The IC titles in a ladder match. And one of those dudes doesn't need to be in it.
Yeah, that would be fine. Or either add a vacant mystery man, or exactly that, have a spot where
No, because if it's a vacant mystery man, you know who's coming out.
Joe Hendry.
Always ready.
Oh.
Matt Cardona.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
And then he'll get his WrestleMania moment again.
Yeah. Again, I've argued this before, where WrestleMania moments have become little to no value anymore because everyone gets one.
If you're a big enough star.
No, everyone gets one. Don't worry. Otis had a WrestleMania moment. Don't worry. Everyone.
Otis deserves one.
Everyone gets one.
Otis deserves one.
Sure. But yeah, again, no plans for Carmelo, but the report was that WWE is aware of the criticism online. So, again, get on that, get to going, and get to booking, my man.
As far as the Vision winning, God, I hope this doesn't happen. But I think this is the way it's trending.
Please let us know your question on your concern on this one.
The
please.
Vision and Ice Show Speed versus the Usos and LA Knight in a 6-man tag match at WrestleMania.
And boy, it's getting some legs now. As I don't know if it just showed you.
Yes.
LA Knight was on Ice Show Speed's live stream, and was like, "Oh, you're good friends with Logan Paul." And they was like, "No." Takes him and tosses him into the camera, knocks out Ice Show Speed's feed, and there you go. All you hear in the background is just more like screaming and like, "Oh no, please stop."
Although you said you did like how Ice Show Speed sold it after the match.
I do. I very much am enjoying him selling his facials after when they're holding his hands up and he's just like, what did I say?
Selling facials.
Oh, okay.
Pause.
Well, holding his hands up, exactly that. He was very much blasé in the sense of like, that's not what I meant. This is I shouldn't be here. I really enjoy, whether it was manufactured or just kind of coincidental, that Ice Show Speed getting cursed has become a thing, and I think it's kind of funny. Again, we saw his after he gets cursed by Danhausen, his stream in real life goes down. His flight was canceled. I think it was something else that happened to him as well. So this was all kind of all coming together, and I think it's also all it's making sense. It's that exactly that. When something doesn't make sense, I get upset. When something's making sense, there you go. It's kind of it exactly that. So I like it. And on top of that, you already mentioned that Ice Show Speed with working with Randy. And I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, they're already 1-1, but it's showing that he's working with a professional that knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's good to see that there. We'll see if there's any other title changes within the next 16 days. we'll keep you up to date on that. But over to the WWE Hall of Fame section, we had some new names since we've last congregated. I believe we didn't get to these new names. Sid, Bad News Brown, and, of course, the big one now, Dennis Rodman from the NWO. Hasn't had a minute of WWE experience. This has been all on the WCW side. Questions, comments, concerns on any one of these names, or are they just the current ones? I think anyone else.
Sid's leg breaking should be in the WWE Hall of Fame.
Oh, God.
Most nasty injury I've ever seen in my entire life in the WWE. Or WCW, I should say, because it happened in WCW. I would give it to Sid just for his Goldberg. No, him getting his car destroyed in WCW. Those two promos live for me forever. I think those are absolutely hilarious. I'll give it to Sid for jobbing to Hogan.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay with Psycho Sid being in. I'm okay with Bad News Brown being in, just for the pure fact that he's trained some very, very influential wrestlers.
Yeah, that one took me.
I think they're putting him in like they put in Johnny Rodz.
Okay.
Johnny Rodz was never the greatest wrestler, like phenom in WWE, but he's trained a lot of greats.
Oh, yeah.
And then Dennis Rodman, why not? Trump's in there.
Okay, yeah. So from my understanding, I'm looking at the Wikipedia for it. Obviously, Stephanie McMahon, AJ Styles still, Demolition, the tag team. We got Dennis Rodman going to the celebrity wing, Sid and Bad News Brown in the legacy section, and then the immortal moment right now, unless it hasn't been changed, is going to be Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant for the Body Slam at WrestleMania 3. So I don't know if that's been officially announced.
That means I've got to see Nick Hogan, and I don't want to see Nick Hogan.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Nick Hogan probably going to be able to talk about
Although, we will get to see Peter Griffin in drag.
it. And who is that?
Andre the Giant's daughter.
Oh,
What I meant to say
crazy.
was...
Wow.
No, that's not my quote. I'm not taking credit for that. We were watching the Andre the Giant documentary, maybe with a little help, some herbal help.
Okay.
And my uncle turned to me. My Uncle Mike turned to me. Andrew's already laughing. My Uncle Mike turned to me and goes, "Oh my God, it's Peter Griffin in drag! It's Peter Griffin in drag!" I went, "Oh my God, it's so bad. So bad." I have no problem with any of these. The moment, of course, yeah. If you're going to induct a match, though, why is Steamboat Savage not, like, numero uno on the list?
Because the WWE Hall of Fame isn't for the sickos. It's just for the casuals.
So sad.
I know that would be one of the first ones I would go in there for sure. If it wasn't that, I know it wasn't WrestleMania, but of course you got to get just Ricky Steamboat versus Ric Flair somehow in there. But again, that's not at WrestleMania, so I don't know if that's going to be the case. But yeah, I think the initial outrage of like, oh, what are we doing? Like, oh, Dennis Rodman really? It's just, yeah, there's always going to be a celebrity in the WWE Hall of Fame. It happens every year. We're not. This isn't anything new. Mr. T being in there can kind of, should have set the stage for you a couple years ago. But and my mother
thanking his mama.
Oh, that was such a great speech. Finally, we'll get some quick roll-ups, some quick topics to go through here.
Sure.
So some quick roll-up stuff that we haven't got to these past few weeks. Had to mention this one. Let's start off with a fun one. A Brooklyn preschool Brooklyn preschool director allegedly stole $2.75 million in tuition, and in the audit of this, they found out she spent $350,000 on WWE tickets. $350,000. So damn well, one, she was probably at Mania last year.
Oh, yeah.
Probably did the meet and greet with John Cena, so maybe we could probably try and find those. And probably a slew of other things. Definitely flew first class to Las Vegas and all that fun stuff. So anything you'd like to say to, I believe her name, Muriel Mischek, 43, Swiss citizen, was the director of the Kinderhaus Brooklyn on 6th Avenue. So there you go. You know that area, Josh, at all? Or is that okay? He went to
school there.
Yeah, he went to school there. It makes sense.
Bravo, ma'am. Bravo.
You're giving her props for stealing from kids. That could have been new books and new pencils and crayons.
This generation don't need money.
Almost $3 million.
I'm joking.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's a total joke. It's a total joke. But I mean, if you're gonna embezzle, spend it on WWE stuff.
Let's see if it goes anything. I don't know if it gets down to what exactly it was. So, allegedly spent $650,000 on travel and entertainment overall, $150,000 on food delivery services, and hundreds of $1,000s on luxury goods, according to federal authorities. Here's the quote. This is crazy. She took frequent trips and vacations across the country, often every other weekend, enjoying plush resorts, VIP access to WWE events, and first-class amenities, much of which are documented in her public Instagram and social media accounts. So if you go on there, it's probably scrubbed already. But if someone wanted to save and get those posts, let's see those meet and greets that Muriel had. So that one was a good one. On to quickly, Tama Tonga and his little backstage kerfuffle. I just want to ask, was it justified for him to get suspended for putting up the little video that he had, during rehearsals, essentially?
I mean, they probably have been told not to do that, so it doesn't surprise me that he got suspended. So, sure, why not? I mean, it's not like he's not getting airtime.
Yeah, that's true. People were just kind of up in arms about this over a little bit. Some people were like, "Oh, that's a lot for just some video," and then they brought up the idea of like, "Well, WWE Unreal would be doing this. Why can't the wrestlers?" Well, again, I don't know. Again, you're just kind of pissing on kayfabe and wiping your ass with it all at the same time. It makes no sense.
It happens.
But there you go. There's that. Again, I wasn't up in arms about it too much. Again, I don't think the wrestlers should be doing that. Again, kind of keep it professional in any way. And finally, Bryce Hall, not Breece Hall of the New York Jets, but Bryce Hall, the MMA fighter, had some comments about the WWE itself. Don't have the tweet directly in front of me, but just short of like, why do people like this? Why do people like this garbage? They know it's fake, yada, yada, yada. But then, in turn, again, all the fans replying to him with his own tweet, probably 2 or 3 years ago, of like, "Damn WWE, this is awesome! Like, how can I get onto this?" It's just like
he did it for the views.
Yeah, did it for the views, did it for the rage bait and whatever
it's
it
called
may be.
clickbait, people, for a reason.
Exactly right. Ha ha. So yeah, Bryce Hall. Didn't know you really too much before this. Probably not going to know you after this, so shut up. I'll leave it at that. As he, again, he's an MMA fighter, so he's ready to rip my face off. But that's that. Anything on this past week's Raw, NXT, SmackDown? I know you gave me a great match to watch this past Tuesday, which was Lola Vice versus
Kendall Gray.
Kendall Gray, thank you very much. Very technically sound. Shot a nice spots with the Kurt Angle spot, the Eddie Guerrero spot, and the Andrade spot. Yeah. But ultimately, it led up to this.
It's a triple threat.
Yeah,
it's officially a triple threat.
The confusing pin, which I thought was good. The pin, the bridge over pin, but she was simultaneously tapping, apparently. That led to Shawn Michaels coming out and repairing everything as well. So I thought that was well done. That was well done indeed. So again, tip of the cap.
I'm tuning in on Saturday for Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a phenomenal show. You have Johnny Gargano coming back to NXT again for the North American title versus Randy Orton Jr.
The deaf guy, yeah.
You have the Fatal 4-Way, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, Tony D'Angelo, and Joe Hendry.
Ah, okay.
Wow, almost forgot his name.
That would have been embarrassing.
There's going to be a lot of great matches. Sol Ruca versus Zarya. I always forget her name too for some reason.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you this. I just didn't know how or what it was streaming at. It says apparently it's free on YouTube.
Yeah.
For the United States, and it'll be on Netflix for international viewers. So.
Yeah. They're doing well with AAA on YouTube, so
Yeah.
I think that's the route they're going to go with NXT.
It makes sense when they are streaming those AAA events. There's anywhere between 50 to almost 200K.
Yeah, I've enjoyed the AAA product.
Oh, that was the other, not officially official, but I think they are moving the El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano from WrestleMania to AAA, which makes way more sense.
Mask versus mask?
Yes, that either mask versus mask or, loser leaves town. I think they could probably definitely build it to that. It would make more sense, and it'll hit better there. It'll just. Yeah.
Well, because El Grande Americano is a face down there.
Yeah, exactly.
And the OG is the heel. So
yeah, exactly.
It's nice. Other than that, the Kendall Gray, Lola Vice was phenomenally well done. I'm looking forward to Stand and Deliver. I truly am, for no other reason than to just watch people wrestle.
A little bit of wrestling. That's all we want. That's all we need anytime. So, exactly that. Well, we got Friday Night SmackDown before that. That'll be not a go-home. It'll be the week before. But, yeah, that should be good. That should be fun. I'm already thinking about it right now. Unfortunately, I will be away for WrestleMania, so I'm not going to be able to watch
So will I,
live.
but I'll be live streaming and watching.
There you go. So, again, we'll probably get a good final go-home show before that on our end before we even do that as well. So, if we're all good on the WWE side, we'll take a quick breather. Mm-hmm. We'll reset. We'll gather again because then we got to talk AEW as they set up for Dynasty as well as a return.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth a recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome back. BK Dub in the building.
BK Dub.
Bad Karma Wrestling, Rare Rock and Roll, No Gimmick Nick Johnston, Double D, David Dykstra. Just got done talking the road to WrestleMania, and we will gather more as we go along. But we're setting up for Dynasty, folks. AEW Dynasty on the horizon.
We need to come up with the destination of Dynasty. I love me some alliteration.
Exactly right. Double D. But it wasn't without a big return last night in where else but Winnipeg. And here he is. Chris Jericho is once again back in AEW. He simply grabs the mic, says, "Winnipeg, I am home." And that's it. Walks right off.
I'm so mad I didn't do that in my reel. I'm so mad. As soon as you said it, like hats were thrown. I'm so mad that I didn't think about
You
that.
were very animated when you
so mad
when
about
you got
that.
done with that.
Yeah.
But Jericho's back. A little mustache, a little steez right there. He's got his open jacket. Looking a little lean.
Somebody's been doing his gains.
Yeah, looking a little lean right there. Good to go. No
question
flabby
you.
Jericho. Sure.
Let's just dive right into this because for me, either way, it was never going to be a needle mover. I think it's a little bit more of a needle mover for AEW than it would have been for WWE.
Just getting Jericho back.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I can attest to that. That makes sense in the way that there's a lot of moving pieces right now where would a Chris Jericho fall in the obviously we already went through all these storylines. Gunther and Seth Rollins. You could have maybe had Rollins and Jericho there, but again, that same question pops up of who goes over.
Maybe they have Jericho come back and face Gunther, and Gunther retires him.
Oh, I mean, you could have that, yeah. But again, he wouldn't really, it wouldn't immediately be thrown into a world title picture. You're not going to just immediately slap him in with Cody or Roman, Punk, and or Drew McIntyre, whoever might be in this eventually down the line, Randy. Yeah, it would have been a little confusing. So, I can agree with you in the sense of it means more for Jericho to be in AEW than it would mean for him to be in WWE. I can agree with that. I feel like it was really fitting, coming out on April Fool's Day. I had missed the first 15 minutes of Dynamite. I was just not even aware of the time. And then I get a notification from Shop AEW on Instagram, and it boom popped it in. Like, all right, get your new Jericho shirt. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, oh crap, Dynamite's on. I flip it on. I had to go back and rewind everything. I'm like, oh crazy, he's here. He's here. Jericho's here. So I'll throw this one to you, and I know you're not always in the online hoopla, but here is the current internet argument that's holding everyone down right now and really, really, really hitting home. They're basically wondering why AEW secrets aren't getting spoiled as much as WWE secrets, as opposed to, you didn't really hear about anything at Revolution about all the returns, about Ronda coming in and everything like that. You didn't hear a peep about that. Yet if Stone Cold Steve Austin were to be even a state away from where WWE was going to be showing, they'd be like, oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin is on the way. Is there some legs to that? Do you feel like there's anything to worry about there? Or again, is this just the internet being the internet?
So to me, and I'll say this, when WWE wants to keep something a secret, they're very good at doing it. The whole Seth Rollins thing, with him faking his injury, Punk coming back, things like that. They've been if they want it to get out, they let it get out. Okay. I think with AEW, which in my eyes is more kayfabe than WWE by far right now.
Oh, AEW Unreal is not on the horizon. So.
I think Tony truly does want to keep it between him and maybe his inner circle, whoever that may be, the Young Bucks, Kenny, and it's just those people that know. Okay. And that's why it doesn't get out as much.
Okay, that could be fair. That could be fair. Again, everyone goes to the immediate factor of like, oh, Tony Khan and David Meltzer are, they're in cahoots with each other. Cahoots. They just want WWE to fail type deal. It's just no, I don't think Tony Khan hasn't like. There's so much that he's doing. He's really gonna take time out of his day to like, okay, Dave, here's what we're gonna do for the next couple of weeks. Like that's crazy to me. Again, could be wrong, but. Well, I don't do. There's no real serviceable evidence of that. So, as of now, we got Jericho back. What does it mean? What are the storylines go from here? Not quite sure. Who's his next opponent? Who's the next move? I know everyone's already gunning for the title, so he might as well put his hand up too and say, "Hey, MJF."
Does he bring back the learning tree? Because I feel like that just dropped.
I feel so too.
There was no arc with it.
No, and they kind of gave Big Bill and oh Jesus, I'm forgetting his name.
The bounty hunter, Brian.
Yeah, Brian something.
I don't know.
It's okay. They kind of gave them the ball and they fumbled it. Haven't really done all too much, but again, it's the same deal. Like, did they give them enough time, enough spotlight? Maybe not. But that's okay. Again, I'm not losing sleep over the fact that I don't have Big Bill on my TV screen every other week.
I would not be surprised to see another Jericho faction of some sort.
That would be par for the course. Yeah, that's been
He's
his go-to.
Loving his factions.
AEW just be loving their factions. If you're not in a faction in AEW, you're essentially out in the open by yourself. Like, think of it almost like different gangs, and like if you're on the prison yard or something, like it's kind of how it is. You got the Don Callis family over here. You got the Young Bucks and the Elite over there. You don't want to be lost in the sauce. You got the
Death Riders.
You got the Death Riders over there. You don't want to be by yourself.
Oh my God, Will Ospreay's out in the open.
He kind of is right now, and that's why he's getting attacked. That's why you almost got that Pac went ahead and almost took his head off.
I loved that, by the way.
That was a great match.
Oh,
great start. Great
I'm not
match.
even talking about the match. The aftermatch was really cool. Just to have Moxley, and I'll give Moxley credit where credit's due. He's hitting on some cylinders right now. Just to be in the ring, stop Claudio, and just go, I could end you right now if I wanted to, but I don't.
Oh,
so think about your future. And I went, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
And let's go ahead and transition right into it to what will be one of the AEW Dynasty matchups. We got Mox and Ospreay being taken on later. That let me see, 10 days from now. We'll have FTR and Adam Copeland and Christian Cage taking on one another for the AEW World Tag Team titles. MJF and Omega for the AEW World title, and then just added yesterday as well, Andrade versus Darby Allin. Again, obviously we'll get Willow Nightingale will probably defend her title. Maybe it doesn't look like it right away, but hopefully Mercedes Moné gets back in the picture. But 10 days probably not too much to get there. I'll ask you almost the same question that I did in the other one. What's been the most enticing? What's gotten you the most eyeballs in this leading up to Dynasty?
For me right now, it's Ospreay Mox. I want to see that violent side of Ospreay.
Okay, yeah.
It's one of those things. It was kind of like Shawn Michaels. Let me put it to you this way. Shawn Michaels needed that comeback match with Triple H back in the day to kind of to just legitimize his tough guy side.
Yeah.
We know Will can do all the flips, hell of a technical wrestler as well. I want to see that mean side.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that where he does. There's that viral clip from forever ago where he gives him like one too many elbows when the kid's not knocked out. Maybe we get something like that. Maybe we get some really vicious, violent strikes and attacks from Will Ospreay throughout that match. And a guy like Jon Moxley wouldn't be opposed to taking some stiff shots. So this is again good back and forth between these two guys. Very much looking forward to that match.
I mean, FTR versus Cope and Christian is it's nostalgia.
I mean, yeah. Anything with FTR, I just know it's gonna be
a good match.
Gonna be good at the very least. Like it'd be like
once again.
What's like if you went to a restaurant? What's like the safe thing to get? If you're very new to it, you're like, I know for sure that at least this will always be good. That's how an FTR match feels.
Okay.
Like, whatever your go-to is for that.
Grilled cheese.
There you go.
They are the grilled cheese of wrestling.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't hate that. Okay. It takes a lot to mess up a grilled cheese. Yeah. That too.
Yeah,
Good old PB&J. Give me a. And then of course MJF Omega. I'll argue that's shaping up to be one of the better ones too. I hear that sigh. What's holding you back?
Just a little more.
Okay.
And they may be slow burning it.
Okay.
I think Omega's been on point, and I think Omega's getting a little bit more back into his New Japan stuff, where he's taken like the fact that MJF called out the diverticulitis.
Yeah.
And then Kenny came back with well, I heard you have a medical condition too. I talked to your doctors. You have no balls. And I went,
there's some really bad doctors. They're supposed to be confidential.
he said that. Yeah. He goes, I guess HIPAA's right out the window at this point.
Exactly.
I was like, this is fantastic. But once again, like, to me, they're slow burning this. This isn't MJF at his most virile yet, as far as words go. And I don't know if you did you see him do the show with the dude from the Patriots?
MJF did a show with...
Who is it? He did Julian Edelman's podcast.
MJF did?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that. No.
He legitimately, in his notes on his phone,
he has the... Okay, that's what
he has a list
of insults.
For every wrestler that he could potentially face.
That's hilarious.
And that is a true craftsman and professional wrestler to me. Like, and that's why fight us on this, because you're going to get a fight. Right now, MJF is the greatest heel in all of professional wrestling.
I always like that. You see posts like that, and you're like, damn, I'm not hating enough. Like, that's a new level of just being of doing that.
He says he has close to at least 70 insults for every wrestler.
That's good.
70.
Gotta have variety.
It's insane.
And it's a lot of people, for sure. So, I mean, he's got the Cowboy, everyone else in between. I like the back and forth that they had. Of course, I'm never going to be opposed to MJF wrestling on free TV, having his match with Mike Bailey. So that was good. Coming out with his USA gear in Canada.
It's so good. U.S. versus Canada is just so good. And guess what, Canada? U.S. won again.
There we go. That's true. Very true.
But on that point, I want to bring up the fact that Speedball Mike Bailey right now is showing up, showing out.
Yes, he is.
He's going up against higher tier opponents, at least in the echelon of AEW, and showing that he can hang and sometimes outspot them
Yeah.
in their matches, and that's fantastic. He had that role in TNA for a very long time and then finally got over and won the belt. But for me, like, I wouldn't be against him getting a singles run against somebody. TNT title, him and Fletcher would be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Him versus Kyle Fletcher for that TNT title would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Speaking of Fletcher, really quick, not too much on it, but apparently he was cited with a walking boot after last week's Collision taping. So hopefully doing good, hopefully getting better.
He'll
'Cause
wrestle through it.
Oh yeah, a guy like that will definitely will. But so just hopefully he's doing well. We'll see what his plans are for Dynasty, if they're gonna have a TNT match or if they have a Don Callis tag team triple threat trios match. We'll see how that plays out.
They're wrestling on Collision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually, Collision's looking pretty good this coming up today, right? Ciampa versus Juice Robinson.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. But continuing on, it's getting a little cramped in catering, apparently.
I completely read that wrong.
What do you see? Someone crapped in catering?
Yeah, I was like, who crapped in catering?
Who done it? Who crapped in catering?
Who crapped in catering?
Yeah, we'll get our best investigators on this one. No, but it's getting a little cramped according to a couple names and a couple of people that just they're like, damn, I just want to be out there. I want to be on TV. I want to wrestle. Let's get into Willie Mack's little X tweets that he was coming out with. Also, we'll get into that in just a second. But also reports that Mercedes Martinez said she felt she was on the shelf, quote, on the shelf during her time in AEW.
You're
the
ROH.
Butcher and the Blade.
You're ROH at best. I get that you're a great producer and a great trainer, but your style doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Butcher and the Blade also, poised to return, but was quote said same thing. We'll when the time is right, when we get the call, we'll come back. Hasn't had any. Hikaru Shida no longer dealing with visa issues, so again up in the air. When are we going to see Shida
She'll
back?
get a title shot within the next month.
Yeah, and then of
'Cause
course
she always does when she comes back.
And then of course the big one, Britt Baker. Haven't seen her in over a year and a half.
We'll see you in WWE in about 6 months.
Yeah, probably. But the big, like I said, let's get back to Willie, as he was the most vocal this past few days. Simply, again, on top of it, of all the names and Willie Mack who we'll get to, do these people that are being mentioned, again, they've complained before. Do any of them have a case here? Do we really need to worry about them? Is it just loud noise coming from the?
It's noise.
Yeah. Okay.
It's noise. AEW's hitting on all cylinders right now.
Yeah.
Their dynamites are better and better every day, every week. They're not having the audio f-ups or the visual f-ups that they had early on. They're hitting their stride pretty well, and their dynamites right now are better than most Raws and most SmackDowns.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. Again, even you would like these names back for sure. You would love a Britt Baker to come back.
They're all jobbers, though. Like, once again,
Britt Baker?
Baker's gone.
Okay, fair enough.
Baker's gone. Anybody who doesn't think, and I don't care if Baker shows up in TNA, she's gone. She doesn't want to be in AEW anymore for obvious reasons. Her and
Cole are broken up.
Her and Cole broke up, and from what I understand, it wasn't very nice.
Okay.
It wasn't very pretty. Of course, on social media, they wished each other all the best.
Of course.
Best of luck to your future endeavors.
I've never been a Hiroshita fan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not
Hiroki
really.
Shida. I have never been a fan of her.
Hikaru. Yeah.
Her and Riho.
Yeah.
Never understood them. Never.
I think that was Tony Khan throwing Kenny a bone.
That's Kenny. That's Kenny Bone there.
Yeah, literally, figuratively. But yeah.
But
anything on Willie Mack? What do you got? That was the big one.
Willie Mack, to me,
That was you like him.
I love him from Lucha Underground. I just thought he was fantastic. I've never seen a big man be able to move like that.
Fair.
Ever.
He's very agile, yes.
So I've always been a Willie Mack fan. I'd like to see him get a little bit of a push, but it'd have to be on ROH first to see what he could do.
Yeah. I'm kind of on that same boat as you. Like none of these are big names that are exactly that. If they're on the marquee, you're not whipping out your wallet and be like, "Oh, can't wait to see Willie Mack. Can't wait to see Butcher and the Blade versus FTR." I mean, I actually wouldn't mind that, but you know what I'm saying? Like these aren't the big names in lights that everyone's gonna bark in to come see. Would you want them to? Yeah, sure. Could they build up to exactly that? Big name? Sure. But as of right now, they don't deserve to be making as much noise and asking for as much money as they want when truthfully, you're just not worth it right now. It's just his face fact. So Willie Mack complaining that he went from the one tier to a per appearance deal. Again, it's just, where have you been? What have you done?
Yeah.
That's worth me wanting you make again, sell me on you. What have you done? What do you do well? I don't know. Again, it's just kind of coming to that. So, another quick one, really quick. Cody and Brandy Rhodes went ahead and revealed that no one has been close as to why they left AEW. No one's been close. So I can only guess that, the belt being thrown back at the Dynamite in Chicago wasn't a big reason, or the fact that, I don't know, 0 of Brandy Rhodes' storylines have ever hit at any sort of level. The fact, Brandy / Yoko Ono to me, in that regards, ripping her apart from the Elite. But do you have any other close reason why why they left? Do you think they're just lying? Someone did probably guess it right.
Creative differences.
Okay.
I'll just creative differences. And WWE threw a butt ton of money at him.
Yeah, I'm sure them backing up a Brinks truck definitely.
I honestly
helped them
think
out a
Cody.
little bit.
I honestly think Cody thought it was going to be something different, AEW,
Okay.
than what it ended up being.
And do you? I don't know. Do you know what he thought it would have been? Do you have an idea?
I think he wanted it to be a little more WWE-esque.
Okay, and not so indie-rific.
Yeah,
in that sense. Okay,
I think that's where we sit at there.
I can see that too. Where maybe he he doesn't want to give in to the sickos. He wants to give in to the people that are just gonna blindly spend money type deal. Like I can get that. I can understand that in any sort of way. Yeah, it probably is some sort of deep creative difference that they have that they just don't feel like getting into, or exactly that. No one's been specific enough to know why. So I can maybe see that reason, but again, I'm also not opposed to someone probably did guess it and they're just lying. They just don't care. So I thought that was interesting to see. Again, I don't mind. Brandy, stay the hell away from wrestling in general. Who the hell said it was open mic night, bitch? Not you. We'll get into our final one right here. Another quick roll-up. We went from quick roll-up in the WWE segment to the quick roll-up here on the AEW side of things. We haven't got to it, so let's talk about Toni Storm being out. We had some speculations.
I'll speculate.
Some juicy speculations.
I'll speculate the juice is loose.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
I honestly think she's probably pregnant.
Okay. Yeah.
To their credit, I'm maybe Juice and Tony just want to keep it private, and that's fair.
Yeah, that is.
That's their personal life.
Exactly. I think that if that is the case, because again, everyone over trying to investigate. They're like, oh, maybe Toni Storm has problems with Tony Khan. Or having an issue with the person that's only booked you in the best storyline you've ever been a part of. That's I don't know.
The best storyline in AEW.
Yeah, I would take it that far too.
And let's go this far. It could be also she's just burnt out.
That could be the case too. She's been literally carrying the women's division for the past year and a half, 2 years.
I'd go 2 years at a minimum. 2 years.
Little to no break. I think she's had a small one in between that Blake Monroe stuff, but even then she was basically back on TV right after.
So it could just be a mental health break that she's just taking the rest of the year off, which is fine. It is weird though that it's
reported that it was going to be out the rest of 2026.
It happened in the month of March, and 9 months from there is 2027.
Yeah.
I'm just speculating.
All right, doing some math. That's not the worst. Apparently, this Revolution appearance from Ronda Rousey was going to be a one-time thing. And now, again, somewhat related with Toni Storm, I think it kind of makes sense that this was going to be maybe the only time we see Ronda Rousey. Again, the other report was that she was just there to simply promote her fight / save Marina Shafir, who is her friend in real life.
It's fine.
So,
see you later.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And I kind of see where that's both a benefit and a takeaway from having Ronda there, where the big online beef was exactly that. You're like, no, we don't want this. We don't need this. This is too much like WWE. We don't like Ronda. And then the other side was exactly that, like, Ronda, why would you not have one of the biggest names in MMA in your event?
Here's my thing.
Go ahead.
If it was kayfabe, her poo-pooing all over kayfabe in professional wrestling,
Ripped on TKO a little bit in that.
Do you know what I'm
after.
saying? But
yeah.
if that is all just kayfabe,
yeah,
it's great. You've got a heel. You've got a great heel where AEW will absolutely hate her because she poo-poos all over professional wrestling. But if it's a one-off, I'm fine with that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not let's not hold her here. I don't need to see another Ronda Rousey professional wrestling match. Again, it could add a little bit. It could probably sell some tickets here, sell some tickets there if you really needed it to. But again, that is almost like back against the wall, last case scenario, last grenade. Screw it, Ronda Rousey at AEW, all in or something like that.
At this point, like, I put her in the same breath as Jade Cargill and Lash Legend, where she got pushed a little too quick. Where I would have loved to seen them develop stuff with her a little bit more, and then brought her.
It also takes two to tango. How much does Ronda actually want to be a part of this?
Yeah,
how much does she actually
100%.
want to train? So see how that goes. Last one here on our quick roll up. Tony Schiavone talking about AI and how AI might replace wrestling commentary.
Nope. You're an idiot. Nope.
I had a feeling you were going to say something along the lines of that. I was thinking, you know what, AI might replace Tony Schiavone, but AI is not replacing.
Yeah, because you don't have any inflection, and I'm sure they could teach AI to do it's
that, or just the kind of repeating after Excalibur said something and then Taz repeats it. You can have Excalibur, the AI, also repeat that same exact thing, which ends up being the case. Again, I've been on the same. You heard me time and again say, I don't think Schiavone really adds to the commentary team. I think he should be, kind of moved around.
I was so happy to see Nigel McGuinness there.
Yeah. He should be a backstage interviewer, I think. That could still be where he is a part of it.
Or do the in-ring interviews.
That too.
I don't mind that.
I'm not saying, again, he doesn't need to be thrown away completely. He still adds a little bit of value. Obviously, his wrestling mindset being around so long, there's going to be some sort of value there, but I don't need to hear him week in and week out on commentary.
Correct.
That's just where it's at.
We're on the same page.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't think AI has any chance of replacing him or Excalibur anytime soon, but there's that. Anything else from Dynamite or Collision that we may have missed or getting to? Yeah, Dynasty, again, stacking up, looking to be good. We'll see what happens after tonight's Collision, see if anything else is added on, as well as the go home Dynamite. Oh, no, there's going to be 2 more Dynamites or 1 more Dynamite between now and 1 more. Okay, so we got
next
1
week's
more.
Their go home.
Okay, so next week we got the Dynamite go home Dynamite. We'll go ahead and set up shop after that and see how Dynasty is looking for them. But so I'm excited. Hopefully we're getting going there. Again, we'll just run right through it. No Scotty's World today, so Scotty was not here. So let's just hop. Or I don't know, depending on boos or yes, depending on how you're feeling.
Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
So we can definitely skip right into our best of the week. Of course, our best of the week goes to whoever we deem is good, bad, or great in any sort of way. Did you want to start off with your best of the week?
I will take it, Seth.
Go for it.
After having probably one of the worst debuts of all time in WWE, I would have put it right up there with the gobbledygook. He has rebounded tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
Danhausen, baby! Danhausen all day long. Oh, the merch.
Oh yeah.
The merch. Stud.
The human money.
We
is
were
just
talking about this
piling in.
earlier, and Nick and I think came to an agreement that he probably signed like a very minuscule contract and told them I want like 80% of the royalties off of my merch.
Oh, he Shark Tanked the bejesus out of that deal.
And Triple H is like, sure. Oh,
Yeah.
what?
I want $500,000 a year, but I want 80% of my exactly, like 80 to 90% of my sales.
Yeah.
It's like you got it, Mr. K. Yo,
And now Triple H is
man.
going, son
Yeah.
of a. But
done
he's
did it
been
now.
on point. Every backstage promo, every interaction, every little thing that he does is just been absolute gold. So to Danhausen, I give you the bet.
It's the best of the week. There you go. Good on you on that one. Let's see. How do I want to phrase this one?
Oh boy.
How about to legacied fathers? How about that? To a mentioning of Cody Rhodes' father, Dusty Rhodes, in a promo, and as well as Stephanie McMahon's father, Vince, also getting a mention on Raw. So
Did he though?
yeah, he did.
Did he though?
Him and her grandfather, who built MSG, apparently.
By the way, love the fact that she didn't bring up her dad. She brought up her granddad.
No, that was good. But no, Cody kind of softball. He goes, "You're not like your father," or something like that, and that became the insult. So it got all got a little confusing, a little hairy there. So again, always hearing the mention, hearing the name VKM, or even just getting an idea of like, oh yeah, he's still around, he's still getting mentioned. Dad's getting the best of the week for this one.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at
Anything
that.
in the back for the crew back there? Anything? All righty. Andrew's going with Danhausen as well. I just want the Danhausen and Svengoolie episode on the U already. That's whenever WWE's back in town for Chicago, that crossover, that meetup needs to happen. I'll leave it at that. But if we're good there,
I'm good.
I think we're all set, ready to roll on out of here. Again, thank you for joining us on a Thursday. Yes, a Thursday. These might be rolling in and randomized as we go along, but when we're getting back to Friday's regular scheduled program, we'll let you know as well. So either when it's 2:30 here on a Thursday or 11 a.m. on a Friday, again, we'll always let you know. We'll keep you up to date. So from everyone here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for gathering, liking, subscribing, doing all that fun jazz. More Bad Karma next week, and we'll see you very much. Thank you. Very cool.
Bye-bye.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double